Welcome back, everyone. Nick and Lex here. Thank you so much for joining me today to a new episode of Music with Nick. I'm super excited. Today we got a marathon for Dave, and I got some really cool artists that we're gonna cover today. I'm super excited. Some stuff I know, some I don't. Most of it I do know, but I love the theme of this marathon, which is basically memories. It's very personal. I don't want to share too much. I'm gonna leave it up for you guys, to interpret. But it's about everything that was done, as a child, the good old days, and stuff like there's some newer tunes here. For example, we're gonna do some Mae Simpson, which just came out last month. She's coming out with a new album. But we have some Elvis here, some Barbra Streisand, and we're gonna do some rap, believe it or not. But it's like Dave said, it's not too hardcore, I guess. But I've said it again. I've said it before, that I do enjoy rap to a certain degree, And then we're going to play at the end some Larkin Poe, which I'm a huge fan of. I did an entire marathon. Check it out. That was amazing. But yeah, so today we're going to focus. First, we're going to open up with Barbra Streisand. This is The Way We Were. So you can see, there's a pattern of how, so 1974, even though Dave told me, hey, do them in the order you like, but I did ask him, hey, just give me a list, because I do want to, I don't want to mess up. And then we're going to do Memories by Elvis Presley. Then we're going to do this song called Cab Guns by Mae Simpson. Then we're going to do Good Old Days featuring Kesha. I don't really know who that is, but it's from the artist called Macklemore and Kesha. The album is Gemini. This is from 2017. And then the last one is going to be a live video. We're going to do Matt as a Hatter from Larkin Poe. Those two incredible sisters that are just, wow, just amazing. So it's like, it is a theme, it's about memories on the past. And then I have someone in the family who's kind of like suffering from dementia right now. And this is what Larkin Poe is talking about, that two of their grandparents are suffering from, dementia. And for example, Alexa's grandmother, she is also suffering from dementia. She's 97. But she's still hanging in there. She's super healthy, but she's just like, she doesn't remember stuff we talked about like 3 minutes ago. So I know how it feels to be with someone like that. Okay, so that was the rundown. Give me just one moment and we'll get into the video. Thank you so much. All right, I'm going to leave my glasses on for this one because we do have some videos, even though there is a video for the good old days, but I think I'm going to do just audio, because sometimes when it's a music video, it is kind of distracting, and then someone doesn't, or you can't really focus on the lyrics too much or on the music. So I'm just going to do audio. And but we're going to start it off here. The Way We Were, Barbra Streisand. Here we go. Thank you again, Dave. Thank you so much, for sponsoring the marathon and the video, and for being, such a great supporter of the channel. I do appreciate it very, very much. And we got some surprises coming on the Patreon and also on the channel, so we're super happy. All right, so here we go with Barbra. Let's go.
scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we had the chance to do it all again, tell me, would we? Could we? Memories may be beautiful, and yet what's too painful to remember, we simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember whenever we remember the way we were, the way we
Oh my god. What a beautiful song. Wow. Like, I think I've never heard her singing that high, and she's just wonderful. I'm looking at her discography, and I didn't know she started that early. 63, and this was in 74, so already 11 years into her career. Wow, what a voice. But also, like, I do have to give it to the lyrics here. Like, that's what kind of like stood out for me, you know, the tale of, you know, the way we were, and would we do it all over again? That's the question, you know, like the big question, of course. And most of the time the answer is yes, you know. When you're with the right couple, then, oh man, you know, of course you would do it all over again. And sometimes even with the wrong one, you would still do the same, you know. So yeah, but what a good theme. What a great song for this marathon, because it is, the next song is literally called Memories. So the way we were, and you know, it is almost like the song was called Memories, like the lyrics, you know. But wait, what a great opener for this marathon. Very, very like Dave, you know, he even said maybe one of us old farts will shed a tear. And I'm sure, you know, I don't know, I'm trying not to, you know, I try not to be too sensitive, but sometimes it just wins me over, you know. So I'm sure a lot of people, especially with these older songs, will, it's gonna grip them in a certain way, and then, you know, you can't really, you just give in. That's what happens to me a lot, you know, doing these marathons. But sometimes I just kind of like, you know, I keep it together. So yeah, this was a great song. Awesome. So now the king is next, Elvis Presley, with Memories. Let's pay a lot of attention to those lyrics. I'm more in like lyric mode right now. I'm not listening too much to the music, but Barbara always has beautiful orchestration, and her compositions are always very interesting. Um, but yeah, it was very romantic and very, but it was a sad song, like in the minor key, of course. So it's just like it gets to you. Well, let's listen to Elvis. Let's see. I've heard a lot of Elvis, of course, throughout my life, but I've never been like a fan. I've watched the movie, but I mean, I would recognize him instantly, but I can't say I've heard like a lot that I would remember. But let's go with this one, Memories with Elvis.
Pressed between the pages of my mind, memories sweetened through the ages just like wine. Quiet thoughts come floating down and settle softly to the ground like gold of autumn leaves around my feet. I touch them and they burst apart with sweet memories. Sweet memories of holding hands and red bouquets and twilights trimmed in purple haze and laughing eyes and simple ways and quiet nights and gentle days with you. Memories pressed between the pages of my mind. Memories sweetened through the ages just like wine. Memories of holding hands and red bouquets and twilights trimmed in purple haze and laughing eyes and simple ways and quiet nights and gentle days with you. Memories pressed between the pages of my mind. Memories sweetened through the ages just like wine. Memories, memories, sweet memories, memories.
Wow, the guitar. It was like almost like a little bit of a Spanish vibe. Very, very cool. Again, the lyrics were just what stood out the most. And what's so cool about this music is that so many people can relate to these things, just like Dave was saying, in the description. I love, by the way, sometimes when you add a little bit of, just your personal information, even though I'm not going to talk about it here publicly, but it gives me a little bit more of, I don't know, because basically what he was saying is like, I used to do this as a kid, so this is like my stuff, and even I can relate, with stuff like this, when I was a kid and I would be mostly outside. Like we're still, like, I'm still lucky, and even Alexia, we're kids raised outside. in the trees and in our gardens, and we didn't have any, devices. We were still, I don't know, we're still like the old breed, luckily. And that's kind of like slowly, dying out. I mean, there's still parents who are kind of like more aware. Like my best friend in Germany, he has 3 kids and they don't even know how to use a phone yet. Like they have no idea. They know they exist, but they're for adults, and they're into sports and dancing, and they play instruments, and that's just amazing parenting. Like they have no time for themselves, but their kids are living it, man. They're living life just like us. So, I can hear. Give me 1 second. So I can relate, with just old school growing up, just like Elvis was singing about right now. So beautiful tune. So now we're gonna change it up here. So this is very, very new. This is Mae Simpson. So it looks like she only has this one song called Cap Guns, and she's gonna release the album soon. So we're gonna do this one, but give me just one moment. I will take a little break. I have to do something real quick, but I'll be right back. It will only be a second for you guys. All right, I'm back. As you can see, so like I said, Mae Simpson is next. I have no idea what this style could be, but let's get into it. Here we go.
Cap guns and smoke from our fake cigarettes. We'd act like we needed a light. Pin cards to our bikes and tear off in the gravel, and we race to the first stop sign. If I could wake up in a song, I'd wake up then. If I could wake up in a song, take me way back when. Building forts out of wood from that old broken shed. House was always locked until the sun bloomed red. Getting lost in the woods just to find our way home to mommy yelling from the kitchen that dinner was on. If I could wake up in a song, I'd wake up then. If I could wake up in a song, take me way back when we were young and restless. Yes, I know so much at least. It feels like time is catching up to you, up to me, up to us. Motorpad on the top of the hill, cops and robbers tell me what it
Very
feels
good.
like to be young again. We were rebels in our youth, never scared of the truth. We were born and we were the freedom. Till the end of my days, till the end of the war, we were all so free. When we were young and restless,
Very good. Very good. I love that break in the middle, the trumpets, suddenly, you know, bam, bam, bam. Beautiful. And her voice reminds me a little bit of like Adele with a mix of like, I don't know, like Janice thrown in there, you know, like I love it. Really nice rock, you know, like there's a lot of instrumentation there. There's a lot of instruments, but I also, of course, we're going with the theme, you know, and really cool. Like this is like, I can see her getting like, you know, big. Very, very cool. Like I'm very surprised. Very, very cool. The recording was like crisp and just professional as hell. Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, she's not new to the biz. Let's see. 2000. Let's see if she already has like full albums and a bunch of singles. So, oh, there's an album 2020. Let's see. Yeah. Really cool. Thank you, Dave, for, you know, for the tip. All right, so this next one here. So this one also is in the theme. And let's see, here he said, I might get blasted for, you know, but I don't, because there's a little bit of rap in there. I don't, you know, I don't mind a little bit of rap. It's like in that Rush song that we did, Alexia and we loved it, you know. So, you know, you have to get to the point where you like everything in music. Okay, there is music that's very poorly done, but just because rap is in music, because rap is very difficult, like a music to make, you know, it rhymes, it's, you know, it's storytelling, it's very poetic, and a lot of people see it in a negative light because there's a lot of bad rap, you know, there's a lot of gangster rap, and just like, it's unfortunately, you know, there's a lot of, yeah, I mean, it's just like there's also a lot of bad rock music, and it's just, you know, it is what it is. But I guess in general, rap gets like a negative, I don't know, just like because of the gangster rap and the violence and, you know, the swearing and all that. But there's other types of rap, and I don't know, I'm not familiar with this, but if it's going with this theme, I'm sure it's going to be about something very nice. So let's give it up for, it's called Macklemore and Kesha. This is Good Old Days. So as you can see, it's going with the theme. Let's give it up for them.
Told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name in a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made it to homecoming. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shell. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon. We just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud. And I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain, I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
Shh, very good. I mean, if you don't like this music, then you don't like music. That was not, you can't even call this, it was a little bit of rhyming. That was it. That you can't really call this rap. This was wonderfully written, beautifully performed, piano, like everything. The voice of her was beautiful. He has a cool voice, and I like the way he was, It is, I guess, yes, it is rap, but it's like, it's a style of delivering, a song. That's literally the only difference from just singing it, that you'd like kind of like rap it. And this is very good. This is a good discovery. Thank you, Macklemore. I had no idea, and it's really like this guy. It looks like is huge. 29 million people listen to him on a monthly basis. Almost 30 million people. So, I guess it's it's what's in style. We cover. This is from 2017, by the way, but this is like we don't cover a lot of this music, and maybe you should, do a little bit more, because this is what a lot of people listen to. I'm of course a fan of, rock, and you can see, the stuff that I play and that I listen to. But I can't say that I dislike this at all. I think it's very good, because from the lyrics and from the whole experience after the song, it's like it left a good taste in my mouth. It's a good song. It was just good. That's all I can say. So Macklemore, I'm gonna keep my eyes open. And also he's on tour like everywhere. He's like at the Olympiastadion in Berlin. So I'm happy he's doing well. October 3rd, Denver. He's gonna be in our area as well. Cool. All right. Well, So the next song is of I'm super excited about this one. Dave, basically last week, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, I did a marathon of Larkin Poe. These two wonderful girls, sisters, and they used to be three, and now they're only two, but their style is amazing. Multi-instrumentalists, great vocals and great skills on the guitar, it's just amazing. So check out the marathon that also Dave requested 2 weeks ago, and if you want to get into Larkin Poe. So we're going to do one song here, which is called Mad as a Hatter, from, of course, the Alice in Wonderland character, the Mad Hatter. And Dave left me like a couple of notes here that I wanted to read. It says, now one that takes memories away. So this is like to close the marathon. Larkin Poe's Mad as a Hatter was written as a tribute to two of their grandparents being stricken with dementia and mental health problems. The song incorporates Lewis Carroll's Adventures of Alice in Wonderland, the Mad Hatter being a character in the book, and the lyrics at the end being commands given by the Queen of Hearts in the book. I'm very familiar with the story. I was kind of like a little bit obsessed with Alice in Wonderland. I'll tell you in a second. Mad as a Hatter was also a term used in the 18th and 19th century for those who went mad due to working with toxic substances such as mercury. I think and hope the community will enjoy this. So I'm sure they are. Now, my little story with Alice in Wonderland, there is this fantastic video game called Madness Returns. So basically it's like the dark side of Alice in Wonderland, which she goes, it's like this horror game but she's in Wonderland, and everything she experiences is like out of like a horror book or like a horror movie, and you should check it out. Maybe, Dave, if you enjoy Alice in Wonderland, look up Madness Returns and watch a few videos of the cutscenes. It's very interesting. It has a very nice art style, and the game is just wonderful. It's literally Alexia's favorite video game. That's how she got into video games. So that's my little, I don't know if you want to check it out. So we're gonna do this. I do have to stop the video for a couple of seconds. I want to load up the video here by my side. So give me just one moment. All right, here we go. Larkin Poe, Mad as a Hatter, live in concert. Here we go. Enjoy.
Some time, please don't come for to draw a clear distinction. Who you are, who you were. Through the looking glass where past and future begin to blur. And no one can blame you. They say the world is what you make it. You think, speak and breathe, and those rules still apply. Stuck in a world of make-believe. Make the best with what you're given.
Amazing. I love it. Paint the Roses. I remember when the Queen is like, off with her head. Yeah, really, really cool. Like these two, I mean, this is an amazing, like this. Oh, I'm trying to get this down here. I can't. Let's see it. And no, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Just give me one moment. I'll be right back. All right, here we go. So yeah, this was just amazing. I mean, these two and with this whole ensemble of like this little, you know, orchestra playing along, but her voice, like Rebecca's voice, is so good. And still don't know what it's called. I looked it up, but I forgot. It's not called like a slide guitar. It's called something else. But she sounds so good on it, and it's just like goes so well with the music, with their style, and also her backing vocals. The way she harmonizes with Rebecca is just amazing. Like these two are just freaking amazing, and they just played here in Denver. I couldn't go, and I did promise Dave that I would go. I mean, that's the problem. They were not in Denver. They were like 90 minutes away, and we just couldn't make it, you know, 90 minutes go and then 3 hours and then come back 90 minutes. So if they come a little bit closer to the Denver area, then we'll 100% go. And but yeah, we're going to see Kansas on Friday, And then Yngwie Malmsteen is coming. We're gonna see Peter Gabriel. So we just saw Ben Folds. It was amazing. So we try to see as much as we can of every style. You know, it doesn't have to be rock. We watch a lot of classical music. We went to a techno concert, Infected Mushrooms. So we try to, you know, experiment as good as we can. But this was just a wonderful marathon with all the memories. And then at the end is like, you know, hey, you know, that we do suffer, you know, through our lives with family members, you know, forgetting. Like my mom right now is going through a weird phase. I don't know if it's the medication she's taking for her cancer, skin cancer, you know, and she sometimes comes up with stuff that it's very weird. Like when I call her, you know, she's like, because I talked to her in German, and she's like, oh, you speak the language that like that my brother and sister spoke, you know. It's like so odd to talk to her sometimes. It's very difficult because she used to be very focused, very, you know, like, and then now she's just like, and maybe it's the medication that has a little bit, you know, in her memory is just not the same anymore. And she struggles with electronic devices that she's used, you know, for decades now, you know, like a computer or a tablet, and she doesn't know how to use them anymore. It's very frustrating. It's very sad because I can't communicate with her anymore. I can't like text her or, you know, send her a little audio. I have to call her, and it's only certain time that you can call, you know, where she lives, and it's just difficult. And then of course, you know, with Alexia and her grandma, you know, having dementia, like full, you know, full blown, like she literally asks like every 2 minutes the same question. It's just very bad. But she's like, you know, almost 100 years old. But so I know what it's like, you know, to deal with people, you know, losing their memory and their mind, and it's tough. But overall, this was a beautiful experience. Thank you so much, Dave, because there's so many good memories in this one, you know, when you're a kid, you know, and it was just like this trip to Germany was so good. It was literally like a healing experience because there were so many things I wanted to do, but show Alexia, and we did them, you know, and I showed her literally where I grew up, the house I lived in, and like the whole area. And when you're a kid, your surroundings are very, you know, you don't really leave your house. You don't go that far. I mean, you go to school, and then you go maybe, I don't know. It's just very like, I don't know. You have like a little bubble, you know, where you live as a kid, and you don't really leave that bubble. And I showed her that bubble, and it was just a wonderful experience. And I did show her, you know, stuff that where I lived a little bit as a teenager in Munich, you know, and I just knew I knew how to move around there. Like I'd never left. And she was just so happy, you know, that I still remembered everything and where to go. And it was just a great experience. So that was a great memory. So just because we are talking about a marathon called Memories. So I want to thank you, Dave. Thank you so much for this. This was wonderful. Barbra Streisand, wonderful. Elvis. Then, what was her name? Beautiful singer Mae Simpson, amazing. Then I discovered Macklemore. Great. It's just great music. And then we topped it off here with these wonderful sisters, Larkin Poe. So thank you so much for this experience. I do appreciate it so much. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Please leave a comment in the comment section. What did you think of this music? And thank you. Thank you for being here. See you guys in the next one.